Good afternoon, Andy. Great to see you today. How are you, Andy?
Yeah, we're doing all right. Doing all right.
Excellent. Great to be speaking to Andy Salter, who's the managing director of the company that owns Motor Transport. So thank you for taking the time to have a few questions with us today.
Thanks for inviting me.
So we're really excited about our event next week. So could you start by telling us about the Festival of Fleet Technology? What do you feel that makes it stand out from other industry gatherings?
So, Festival of Fleet Technology, I think it's just a brilliant opportunity to bring together all those. I always think of the technology being the wiring that holds the industry together. It's like the gel that makes the industry
Yeah.
work. I think, a lot of events are very much focused on the products or operational aspects. A few weeks ago we had our decarbonisation summit, which is very operational. I think what I'm really excited about with the Festival of Fleet Technology is that we're getting into this sort of, I think you guys call it, the sort of technology ecosystem of how it all hangs together, and giving the technology in the sector its own space for us to discuss. And I think that's what sets the event apart and why it's so exciting for motor transport to be part of it.
So what are some of the key themes or challenges you're hoping to explore at this year's event, and why are they so relevant to today's fleet operations?
Well, without giving away my presentation, so I think this concept of the tech talks that the Optimized team, you and the Optimized team have come up with, is like just it's sort of a great sort of spin on TED Talks. And I know your managing director Sarah, she's got this vision for the event to be the gathering of the great minds of the industry to come and look at all the things that we've got to explore when it comes to technology. I think there's so much that we are sort of just these days, particularly with AI, we're sort of taking for granted that AI is going to sort all our problems out for humanity and for society and for the industry. I think one of the great things about having a gathering like this is we get the opportunity to discuss some of the nuanced areas around ethics, around data ownership, around security and data management. I think that's where I'm hoping that those conversations will go next week, is to deal with some of those sort of, I suppose, nuance, but also some of the big issues associated with AI and the use of technology. We can all see the great benefits of it, but what are the things that we need to be cautious about, and how we're going to deal with it as an industry.
I think just kind of building on that, so how important do you think events like the Festival of Fleet Technology are in helping the industry navigate the rapid pace of the technology changes that are going ahead?
Yeah, I think it's essential. I think it's one of the great things about the industry, particularly this industry, logistics, road freight services, fleet, however you want to call it, is that the practitioners, whether it's suppliers or end users, everybody's highly engaged. They're engaged in their own businesses. Obviously, we've got to make sure that they're commercially sound, but also they're very aware of the outlook for the market, what the landscape looks like. And I think there is a result to pull people together into a safe space, let's call it that, where we can have some of these conversations, tackle some of the difficult decisions that we've got to make as an industry, and allow a bit of space for some radical thought around, about where it might go, where this might take us. As I say, without giving too much away, I'm going to be talking about autonomy and connected autonomous vehicles, and how that could become a sort of major disruptor and breakthrough technology and development for the industry. And so I think that I'm really looking forward to having the opportunity to test some ideas. I think you can only do it where you've got a group of like-minded, not necessarily everybody agreeing with each other, but nevertheless all people that get it. I think that will be really important.
And just just on that, so collaboration is something that we at Optimize, so it's vital in terms of the success for customers and partners. It's a recurring theme in the sector. How do you see that technology providers, fleet operators, media platforms like motor transport working together help accelerate the process and progress in the industry?
We've always had a great relationship. Motor Transport, Optimize, Commercial Motor, some of our other brands. I think me and Colin Ferguson, the CEO of Optimize, first built our relationship based when I was editor of a magazine called Truck, which is like far too many years ago for anybody to remember. But that's the power of collaboration and partnership. Starts with small initiatives, you build trust in organizations, and then people can start to move forward as one. But collaborations can be a bit of a cliche in the market. We all talk about collaborate. Everybody in business, society talks about collaboration and partnerships. But I think where the logistics and the fleet sector, you can see collaboration and partnership writ large every day. That it's the only way that lots of businesses can survive and can develop. We don't, in former times, people talked about collaboration. Really, they didn't mean it because they wanted to do everything themselves. So let's create an area of collaboration and partnership. I think it's essential.
Lastly, if there's one key takeaway you'd like attendees to leave the festival with, what would it be? What's your key takeout?
Oh man, I don't know. I think it's like about being open to new ideas, and to participate. I think that's the thing. Is like we've got a great industry with such a big responsibility. And we've all got to be active participants in that sector to drive the change that's going to be required for future challenges, but also for low or zero carbon world in the future.
Fantastic. Andy, thank you so much for your time today. Look forward to seeing you at the event next week.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it.